at the end. But let's see.
Go back to the slide.
Go back to the slides. Yes. Yeah. So good reminder. And since we're not live yet, if you do have your phone, make sure it's really turned on really high. So make sure that you interrupt. Okay, thank you so much for being with us today. Welcome to Tech Town. Welcome to Retail Bootcamp Showcase tonight. My name is Faris Alami. I'm your host, and I'm honored to be part of the delivery team watching these awesome pitches in a few minutes. But before, it'll be nice to hear from our CEO, Tech Town, as well as the Vice President of Economic Development for Wayne State University, our good old person, Ned Stapler.
Thanks, Faris. And thank you to everybody who's here tonight. Pardon me if I slur my words a little bit. I was just eating some of that boozy ice cream out there. Woo! Wow, that's good stuff. I also have an ice cream headache going on. So welcome to Retail Bootcamp Showcase, one of my favorite nights of the year. Super exciting. We get to watch the presentations from and see the fruits of the labors of some of Detroit's best new entrepreneurs. Let's give them a big round of applause. So at their kickoff, they asked me to come on and speak for 2 or 3 minutes, and Christina and Carrie said 2 or 3 minutes, and I spoke for 20. So this time they told me, go ahead, just take all 20, right? No, that's not what they said at all. So I'll be really brief. Everybody watching at home and watching on the computer or watching later with these new hybrid events, you can do that. Thank you for coming. I'm really excited to share with you everything that you're about to see. But for the folks that are here tonight competing for the big prizes with our illustrious judges that you're going to get to meet in just a minute, let me just say thank you, because you're doing something that's so brave and so hard and yet so important for our great city. You are following your dreams, but you're also creating jobs and amenities and just making our city a better place to live. So thank you for everything you do. I'm so excited to come and see your restaurants and your shop in your stores and buy your products and meet your families in your stores and see all the great things that you do as you go on your entrepreneurial journey. We're just really fortunate and privileged that we got to share a little bit of it with you right at the beginning. And please know, for the rest of your time as entrepreneurs, you're a part of our family, the Techtown family. You can always come back and get any kind of help we can provide for the rest of your journey, because that's why we're here, to help you support your dreams. So thank you very much. Good luck tonight, and somebody's going to win a lot of money. So congrats.
Thank you so much, Ned. Clearly, I'm much shorter than you. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for support. Thank you for all of you for being here. And yes, I want to echo that's for those who are watching online, continue to watch. There'll be a chance for you to also vote in a few minutes. So we want to make sure that you get to vote. But it's also my honor to introduce you to someone who's managing this whole program from day-to-day activity to making sure that we have all the support that we need, from the back office support to the front office support, and that's Amanda. So Amanda, would you come and tell us some more?
Again, the height discrepancies in our team are significant, and I even wore heels tonight. First time in many years. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on live and in this room. This is my first huge Techtown event since I've been here for over a year. So I'm so excited to be sharing space with all of you. Showcase is definitely my favorite event of the year because we get to hear from entrepreneurs, small business owners who are my favorite people, because you create something out of nothing and push that dream forward over obstacle. Anything you face, you continue with that dream. Don't ever lose sight of that, regardless of what happens. We're here for you. We're here to support you in actualizing your dream, all of the stores, all of the mock-ups. I can't wait to hear the pitches. I have to thank my incredible team, Carrie and Christina and Ferris and Michelle, and all of the development people who make all of this happen behind the scenes. It's a lot of people to make programs like this run. So I want to acknowledge all of them for their incredible work. I also want to thank our judges. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's so exciting to have you part of this. I do not envy your job because it is the hardest, and anytime I'm asked, I say, no, thank you. But again, to our entrepreneurs, you guys are incredible. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for starting and completing this 12-week course, which is not easy and not for the faint of heart, but you're here, and I can't wait to hear your pitches. Thank you.
All right, so I just want to give a brief for those who have maybe not heard about the program before, and this is your first time tuning in, and for the family and friends of the participants, just to make sure that you understand what happened the last 12 weeks. I'll be brief. So first they had to apply. It's very competitive. They had to fill out an application. It's very lengthy, but even the application itself could teach you a lot about your business. Then they had to come for interviews. and they had to be interviewed by a panel, and then out of the panel, they were selected. And then for the 12 weeks, although they only came one night a week online, I know that they had to put somewhere between 15 to 20 hours worth of work at a minimum, developing the ideas that they were having about their business. And in case you were wondering what happened to them the last 10, 12 weeks, well, now you know. They had to deliver 15 to 20 hours every single week, in addition to the 3 to 4 hours that they were committed every Thursday night. So thank you for supporting them. Thank you for doing the work for the entrepreneurs. And that's what happened over the last 12 weeks. Today is the showcase. So for the last 12 weeks, they've been working on their business and developing it. And today they get to present for 3 minutes what they're planning to do with their business. And we're going to have 2 minutes for the judges to ask some cool questions. Now, someone has to be a timekeeper, and that will be me. So the 3 minutes, the good news is already here. So we'll be quick with that. And then the 2 minutes, I'm going to ask to just get the 2 minutes and moving forward. If you see me moving, that means that I'm trying to get you to stop. And I don't want to stop you physically, because I will if I had to. So I'm going to ask you to please stop and move on to the next person. So with that, I'm really excited to introduce our awesome judges who are here to support you as well. So with that, we could start with we'll start with the ladies, Libby, Lashana, and then maybe we'll go to Daryl and then Brandon. So maybe you could just tell them who you are and what you do, and we'll have more time at the end, but just your name and maybe your title or your position or who you're with. So yeah, we could either start with Lashana. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Lashana Madrigal. I'm the Director of Small Business Attraction and Retention with the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. I oversee a business liaison team that's specific to your local council district. And we're a lot of help in the field to help connect you to resources and programs. So pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Libby Levy, and I'm the director for the Walters Family Foundation, who are dedicated to supporting improving the lives of folks across the state of Michigan, though most of the work that we've done has been here in Southeast Michigan and here in Detroit. And the family has a special place in their heart for economic redevelopment, economic vitality, and entrepreneurship. So it's really exciting to be here. And I personally got to spend about 10 years of my life as a Main Street manager doing business recruitment and retention on the east side of Detroit. So love to be here with that in mind as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brandon Daniels. I'm the Assistant Vice President, Market Development Manager for Level 1 Bank, a division of First Merchants Bank. And I'm just excited to be here with you all at this time. I mean, I just love the entrepreneurial growth and the journey. And my niche market is the entrepreneur. So I love to talk to a lot of you afterwards, but I can't wait to hear some of these pitches.
Hello, my name is Daryl Humes. I am one of the co-founders of Mature, which is a lifestyle clothier primarily for men. We are located in the Fisher Building in Detroit, and we also have our second location in 12 Oaks Mall, which is a his and hers experience collaboration with the Women's Boutique. I used to sit in these seats probably about 5 years ago as a RBC alum and a person that had dreams that me and my brother were kind of going through this journey of discovery of what entrepreneurship was like. I sit in the seat of 5 years later where I'm still probably learning just like you guys, but just excited to be here, hear your guys' pitches, but also really just to build connection and to be a part of your guys' support system that's rooting for you guys for success, but also here to give you objectivity of the cycles of failures and micro failures that we all go through as entrepreneurs. So feel free to connect after the event, and wishing you guys nothing but success.
All right, thank you so much. So the run of show we'll have a few pitches, and then we'll have, after that, we'll have the judges debrief, and then we'll come back for a celebration. During the judges debrief, we'll have an opportunity for you to go out and, shop again or mingle again, refill in food, and then we'll just keep going. It's really a pleasure to be part of the facilitating team, leading the facilitation team during the program, and it couldn't be done without these two awesome ladies I'm going to introduce in a minute. So I'm going to have them do the introduction for these awesome entrepreneurs to make sure that everyone gets to be with the delivery team all the way to the end. So with that, I'm going to hand the mic over to my colleague, Carrie.
Okay, let the show begin. Our first entrepreneur is Nicole Grant from MG Studio.
Hey, my lovelies, Nicole here, owner of MG Studio Hair Care and Salon located in Detroit. I formulate and package my own plant-based biodegradable hair care line for all hair types. But how did I get here? Well, let's just say I've had some jacked up salon experiences that led me to become a cosmetologist. In my experience, I noticed signs of scalp and hair complications due to hair products that consist of ingredients like silicones and copolymers. It can become frustrating trying to find good hair products that fit the needs for clients. I just want a good hair product that will help make my job as a hairstylist easier by working on contact at keeping the integrity of the hair and scalp. So I did it myself. After 25 years of being a licensed cosmetologist, a colorist, and a specialist in haircut and healthy hair, I added another title to my name, a self-taught hair chemist. Moving from the kitchen to the lab in my basement, I developed 18 different hair products that consist of shampoos, conditioners, and styling aids that I produce and sell to clients, local salons, and online. Guys, I am so excited because MG Studio will be opening a salon boutique and production facility in the New Center area. This location will have a major impact on us because we are merging the salon and the lab together. MG Studio will focus on the community needs consisting of jobs and mental health, like helping men maintain the hair for their daughters or loved ones who doesn't have the accessibility or knowledge of doing it themselves. Last year, my revenue in sales and in sales and services was $70,000. Using the salon services as an anchor, it will give us a huge jump. Let me just say it that way in 2023. And it will increase our revenue at almost $260,000 by 2025. I will use my $5,000 award with the lease negotiation, the building permit, and the barcodes for the products. MG Studio is the platform showing that healthy hair is part of having a healthy lifestyle. So come on and shop with us today online at mgstudiosalon.com and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Just remember to always love your hair and know that it will love you back. Thank you.
Well, we got 2 minutes for questions or comments, so please.
That was great.
Thank you.
All right. So you said you're going to be in the salons, correct? Or a salon?
Yes, I will be in a salon. I'm in the salon now. Currently, I'm at Direction Salon, but I'm actually will be opening up a salon and a production facility together.
All right. So are you going to market your product towards the consumer or the owners of these salons?
We actually market towards both right now. I'm constantly marketing all the time. If you got hair on your head, I'm your girl, okay? If you are a cosmetologist or owner in a salon, we market definitely to that. How much product are you able to produce at one time? What is your main product line? So right now we have 18 different products, like I said before. And usually I will do about 3 to maybe 4 different products at the same time. And each of those products consists of 3 batches, which usually will make about a little over 300, not 300, but 3 gallons at a time with that. So it's quite a process with it. And we actually have, I have one in the making now, which is a hair serum that we are doing. I run into a lot of people that have hair loss due to lupus, bad extensions,
Yeah.
okay, ladies, that has helped. So we're testing that out as we speak in about a year and we'll see how it goes. Great. Are your products considered vegan or? I wouldn't necessarily, because we do have goat milk. So we have goat milk shampoo and it does have goat milk in there. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Good job.
Next up, Leonard Harris from Urban Haberdashery.
Hi, I'm Leonard Harris, owner and founder of Urban Haberdashery, which is a men's lifestyle brand with a focus on footwear. At Urban Haberdashery, we fabricate premium footwear for fashionable men, and our tagline is confident and comfortable. We provide several styles of footwear for everyday life for men. We also have networking and collaborations with several other brands, being Simply Casual Clothing Store, where we also done our first trunk show and pop-up in October of 2021, where now we have placement within the store. We are currently working on a joint venture with streetwear brand, The Dirt Label, and we're creating a new loafer. We've also have, you can find our shoes on celebrities such as Amin Joseph, current star of FX show Snowfall, local politician Marvin Cotton, and local celebrity stylist Marv Neal. We also do community givebacks. We collaborated with local brand Mature for a clothing drive where we donated 10 brand new pair of shoes to their charity. Some of the possible locations that we would like to open a brick and mortar would be the Avenue of Fashion, Midtown, and Corktown for several reasons. Our goals and projections. Starting in 2020, we started off making about $2,000. The next year, we pretty much doubled that, and that's with our opening and placement within Simply Casual. This year is a slower start, but once we complete the project with the joint venture, we see measurable growth for the next couple of years. For our prize distribution, we would take the largest portion for R&D and sample projects to be made, with other areas for marketing, new equipment, and also actual product on hand. You can find us at urbanhaberdashery.com, on Instagram at Urban Haberdashery Brand, on Twitter at uhaberdashery, and on Facebook as Urban Haberdashery. Thank you.
So I'd like to say congratulations. That's
Thank you.
awesome. They look great. They look comfortable. I just wondered, how many units does that equate to your sales? How many actual shoes or units does that equate to?
If I break it down, that's probably about 120.
Okay. So online sales or?
That's a
in-person?
mixture of online and in-store with
Pop-up?
Simply Casual.
Gotcha.
No pop-up.
No
That
pop-up.
was only with Simply Casual starting in October and online.
Oh, very good.
I see you're thinking about going to that Avenue of Fashion area. That's a highly competitive area for a person in retail sales, especially clothing and shoes. What type of marketing strategy would you employ to kind of distinguish yourself from the others out there?
Well, outside of the men's suit store, there are no shoe stores for men on that avenue. And I'm already have a small toe being inside Simply Casual. So I just plan to get a bigger footprint.
I noticed you did some work with another men's clother. That was some community stuff. How important is community to you, though?
Community is very important. I'm also a proud member of Michigan Prince Hall Freemasons, where we do quite a bit of community work. We do back to school giveaways. We do clothing, gifts for the needy, coats for kids every year. You name it. Charity is what we do.
All right, thank you so much.
Next, we have Bernard Gill from We Remove All Trash.
Recycle, reuse, repurpose. We Remove All Trash Corporation, a Detroit-based junk removal contractor, thrift store, and training center. Hello, my name is Bernard Gill, President and CEO of We Remove All Trash Corporation. I am passionate about a cleaner environment. We're licensed by the City of Detroit, 15 plus years in the junk removal business, serving commercial and residential customers in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County. Let me tell you why I'm in this business. My work shows that trash is an ongoing problem. Landfills are growing. Junk, trash, and debris depresses a community's morale. Low morale affects everyone. I dream of a world where waste is processed in a recyclable manner. So please, everyone, be sustainable. Recycle trash, reuse items, repurpose people. Our current inventory is a dump truck, trash cans, trash carts. Our staff for We Remove All Trash are from Detroit. We currently sell recycled items online. We're planning for a retail store in the Detroit area, District 3 or 4, selling recycled and repurposed items, being a pop-up store. Our training center will partner with various Detroit communities to develop environmentally conscientious citizens through our various training programs, growth plan, and financial projections. As you can see, 2016, we grossed over 19,000. We project 2022, 64,000. Our plan is to purchase a garbage truck or a dumpster truck, take market share, and send our revenues to over 141,000. With our winnings, we're planning on putting $2,500 towards the website, $1,500 towards marketing funds, $1,000 towards the garbage truck. What we want is partnerships with cities, states, private businesses, storage units, and work opportunities. Help me help everyone. Recycle, reuse, repurpose. Invest in We Remove All Trash Corporation. You won't be disappointed. Our phone number is 313-231-8804. Our website is wratc.com. Please follow us on Instagram at We Remove All Trash Corp. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Great quote. I love it.
Thank you.
And thank you for your emphasis on recycling and the environment. It's great to see. My assumption is that trash and recycling is a really competitive market. Is it? And how do you plan to market yourself or compete against some of those other folks out there?
Yes, it is a competitive market, and we plan to cater to the customer. And when customers have something they want to get rid of, but they don't know how to get rid of it, I'm the source for that. But as far as how to market to that, we market right now through Yelp.com as well as Google.
You said you're currently doing work with the city already, so you're already contracting with the city?
No, we would like to get contracts with the city.
Okay,
We're licensed by the city of Detroit right now.
okay. But you're looking to scale, so in order to potentially offer services to the city as well?
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. I think that's a great trajectory.
Thank you.
And the only question I had, the garbage truck, $1,000. How big is this truck?
It's pretty big. It's about 140,000, and that $1,000 would take care of the plates.
Oh. Thank you for that clarity.
Yeah.
Last question for me. So
sir.
from a product, like what product categories do you have? Like what is your revenue, like number one revenue line item? So like I know you offer just a pickup of trash. Like is that the only?
No, what we do is we clean out houses. And as far as the product line, the prices start at $75 and go up from there. But our base per hour is $375. And, it just depends on how many hours a customer wants us to take care of the service.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up, Tamu McKay from Crepe City.
Hi, my name is Tammy McKay. I'm a chef certified health coach and owner of Crepe City LLC. Crepe City is a mobile creperie and catering company specializing in sweet and savory crepes. Our passion is delivering exceptional customer service, providing delicious and healthier food, and supporting our community while using eco-friendly products and buying locally sourced produce. I'm a bariatric patient. I lost 120 pounds, and I had to make some lifestyle changes. In making those lifestyle changes, I realized that in Detroit, the statistics of obesity is 47.4%. I wanted to become motivated and help others in my community through food. I began my culinary journey at our Institute of Michigan in Novi, where I received a culinary degree, a baking and pastry diploma, as well as a bachelor's degree in culinary and hospitality management. I worked in various positions as a sous chef, pastry chef, bartender, and banquet coordinator. I've also catered many events and corporate functions. I am now currently working with Hannah Center that's located in Midtown Detroit. With Hannah Center, they have a dedicated area, a kitchen, and a cafe space that will hold 30 people, seat 30 people. That's great for Crepe City. I recently purchased a mobile food cart. With that food cart, I'm able to continue doing catering and work other places. Crepe City has received and grossed $11,000 thus far. With 2022, I've taken time to be focused on my business and work alongside still being able to cater and doing $500 in sales thus far. With the remaining of the year, we plan to do sales and catering, $7,700, as well as moving into our space at Hannah Center and grossing $42,000 there. At 2023, we plan to increase our sales and be in Hannah Center full time with making $168,000. Our costs to build out, as far as our operational costs, is $275,000. With that, we will be able to have an average of $14 ticket price, expected cost of $2 per ticket for recipes, and we will be able to cater to 50 people per day. The $5,000 will help us tremendously. With doing that, we'll be able to, one, have money for leasing negotiation, as well as finalize our inspection for the mobile food cart. Truly appreciate your time. Please follow us, Crepe City, Detroit. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
How could you not buy crepes from a face like that? Your face goes with the logo. It's beautiful. I'm just excited for you. And just wondering, have you thought about, so I understand crepes is your base.
Yes.
Do you have any other offerings that you could potentially add to your?
Absolutely. So with Crepe City, we do like gourmet sandwiches and salads, seasonal salads and soups. With Hannah Center, they have a large population that comes through as far as seniors. And so they are very interested in healthy foods. So we were discussing making like a hot entree once a week. And with that, I will leave it up to like the customers and have 2 entrees every week. So yes, and desserts.
So as you grow, congratulations as well, but
Thank
as you
you.
grow, I'm sure you've thought about staffing. And explain to me a little bit about how would you deal with that particular challenge?
Yes. So thanks for asking. In regards to staffing, I hope to use WorkStream, who will help us get staff. Also, we will have an HR specialist who will allow us to be able to, who will allow me to be able to sit in the kitchen and be able to do interviews. And as far as retaining the staff, we hope to have incentives for staff and do community type things and to do things in the community, and have like a family type job space. So just to keep them going and to make sure that we can provide them free lunch and gift cards and connect with other businesses in the community so that maybe we can offer things and we can receive things for our employees.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next is a twofer. Aisha Blake and Ben Lippy from Splendiferous Games.
Hi everyone, I'm Ben Lippy.
And I'm Aisha Blake, and together we're building
Splendiferous Games.
We've both loved gaming for as long as we can remember. Sharing the joy and the challenge of board gaming is actually one of the things that brought us together.
As we began building our life together in Detroit, we pretty quickly realized there was no true FLGS or friendly local game store within the city. But there was an audience craving the sort of community that comes from having a home store. Tabletop gaming is an inherently social hobby, and so we want to be a hub where people can make friends and play together.
We want to serve people who are curious about the hobby but haven't historically felt welcome in gaming, in addition to families and experienced gamers. Part of our mission is to create a space where people, regardless of any aspect of their identity, feel safe in the hobby. So we need to be proactive about building an inclusive community. One way that we're doing that is by featuring the work of underrepresented and particularly Black game designers, like the folks at Collie Game Labs.
Right now, we run private events and maintain a rental library for stores like the Congregation to borrow from. We also sell a variety of traditional board games, card games, and role-playing games, as well as game-related art and accessories. We also teach workshops on topics like getting into role-playing games, storytelling, and painting.
We're actively looking for a brick and mortar location, like the one you see here in Eastern Market. Ideally, we want a property that includes space for a workshop, a classroom, and has a large outdoor area so that people can play safely for hours at a time.
Right now, the majority of our sales come from event hosting and e-commerce, but we expect a significant increase once we switch to a brick and mortar location and are able to purchase a wider variety of games and accessories wholesale, host our own events, and open private play spaces. We expect to make back our initial investment after 2 years and are projecting annual sales of $650,000 for our third year after opening our brick and mortar location.
We'll use the $5,000 award to offset the cost of working with Blended Collective, who we met through TechTown. And this will include foundational branding work and help us to build an inclusive customer experience that really communicates the warmth that we need our brand to.
Please reach out to us about booking game nights, private workshops, and game rentals.
Thank you so much. We'd love to share the hobby with you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I love games. I was just at the congregation the other day and pulled out something. Do you have, so are you making your own games? I noticed you said designers, Black game designers.
So we're not making our own games right now. We do fabricate a number of accessories, gaming related accessories. So we have a laser cutter right now, as well as a couple of 3D printers, and we are working towards moving into resin casting as well.
I'm not sure that I've seen any other comparable businesses out there, right? I mean, talk about, is this unique? Will you be?
So a lot of cities have FLGS or friendly local game stores that act as a hub for people who are interested in the board gaming hobby. So they form a community, people who like games, who play with each other, and they run events, and it's a pretty well-established business model.
I used to work in a retirement home. And have you thought about partnering with retirement home facilities? Because I know we used to do like bingo night on Thursdays and things of that nature. Have you guys thought about ways of diversifying your revenue by partnering with other businesses?
So we, in addition to the rental program that we spoke about earlier in the presentation, we do also do private board game nights. So we will drop into, whether that's an event or a space like a home, we will drop in and we will host and we'll make recommendations. We'll run a raffle if that's what you want. And we've had a lot of really great experiences with that as well.
Great, thank you so much.
Next up, Jessica Fletcher from Just Love Boutique.
Hi, my name is Jessica Fletcher, and I'm owner of Just Love, an exclusive boutique personal styling service for curvy plus-size women who agonize over size and fit. Plus-size women often have a hard time finding you clothes that fit their unique shapes and sizes, especially boutique-style clothing, which is often limited in style and fit. This is something that I personally struggled with, and that's why I created Just Love for women just like me to help solve this problem, to help take the edge off the worry of size and fit. Over the past 2 years, I've been working on my branding and my marketing and doing pop-ups throughout the city. This year, I decided to increase my number of pop-ups, my marketing branding strategies, and that has increased my customers, my revenue, and added a few clients to my personal styling platform. My favorite part of my business is Love Shop. Love Shop is a donation discount program that I created to partner with the local churches and local women's shelters to be able to supply gently used clothing. The donations are driven by discounts given at checkout from customers who donate. I started Just Love May 2020. I researched how to build my website, how to market and brand myself, and how to find my target audience. I did this because I believed in myself and I knew what I wanted. I knew who I wanted to serve, and I was willing to invest in myself to get there. Over the last couple of years, I've steadily increased my revenue. And because of increasing my marketing and branding strategies, I believe that I will make my goal of 2024 of opening a brick and mortar in Midtown early spring 2024. With the $5,000 that I have the opportunity to win, $3,500 I will apply to an upgraded website, web hosting, and supportive website software, including marketing ads. The $1,500 remaining dollars I will apply toward an upgraded point of sales and inventory system. At Just Love, we believe everybody is beautiful. Thank you so much for your attention. Please visit us at justloveboutique.com and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you. Do you have a specific location in Midtown that you've already identified?
No, I haven't. I've been there just by visiting around Midtown. I like the atmosphere and the flow of people. Oh, I love your clothes. I've seen you in pop-ups and things of that nature. So congratulations on everything. Obviously, I understand that conundrum of women in clothing. So just wondering, are you finding that your sales are better in pop-ups or online? At pop-ups. So my sales are better for me. I love interacting with the customers and learning about their sizes and their styles and what they like and what they don't like, and the issues they have with clothing, plus size clothing. So at pop-ups are exciting for me. That's exciting. Online is good. I will stay online even if I open a brick and mortar, but pop-ups and face-to-face is better for me. I just like the interaction. Yeah.
I'll ask another question since this is my fellow retail clothing peer. What's your thoughts in regards of the market already having a lot of women's clothing? How do you see yourself being different from your competitors?
Well, I think I'm a little bit different because, well, plus size is different anyway. So there's a lot of boutiques all over the city. There are, and then they may have a plus size section. And even when in that plus size section, those clothing, a lot of times, the clothing that is in those sections, they came along with the regular size clothing. So they don't necessarily fit true to size plus size. I think that's my niche because I'm focused directly on plus size, and all 16s are not the same. All 12s are not the same. So I'm sorry. Okay, so I think that's my niche. I think focusing on that's my niche. Thank you.
Next up is Cynthia Robinson from Cure Nail House.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Robinson, and I'm the owner and creative director of Cure Nail House. Cure is a contemporary nail salon and social enterprise that dismantles barriers to career opportunities within the beauty industry by blending the nuances of Black nail culture and fine art into a unique, explorative experience. My journey began as a young girl, accompanying her mom to nail appointments and begging her to let me get my nails done too. I love the way that my mom expressed herself through nails, and as it surrounded me, I found myself not only wanting to follow in that path, but wanting to learn the trade as well. In the beauty industry, Black people spend the most money on hair and nails than any other ethnic group. Only 5% of nail salons are Black owned and 2% make up this workforce. It's because Black women comprise such a small amount of professional nail technicians that it's been easy to erase us from the narrative regarding where the trends around self-expression through nails originated. But we started this, and it's time to take ownership over what we've created. However, there are barriers. Detroit is the largest city in the state of Michigan, but is only home to 2 cosmetology schools. In addition, 1/3 of Detroit's population can't afford $5,000 to $9,000 to become a nail technician in Michigan. At Cure, I'm creating equitable access to an industry path that we created. Through our nail house, we'll celebrate and uplift nail artists by providing a platform for them to thrive, create, and showcase opulent artwork while also introducing them to an elevated experience in the community. And through our Nailcraft Cosmetology program, we'll foster economic mobility by enabling returning citizens, high school students, and Detroiters who live within the low income margins to become skilled for entrepreneurship or employment for free or at a low cost. I took my first step in creating Cure when I began my master's program at Wayne State University in 2018. It was through my MPA program that I learned how to build programs, and I applied everything that I learned to my business model. By 2019, I'd won my first grant with Motor City Match, and as we fast forward to this year, I've just graduated with my master's, and I've won my 3rd grant with MCM of $60,000 towards my build out. Cure Nail House will be located in Midtown Detroit's Sugar Hill Arts District off of Garfield Road in Woodward. Between our salon and cosmetology program, we anticipate grossing an estimated $2 million in our first year, and we'll get there by serving 1,400 guests per month at a rate of $55 a service and 300 students a year at a rate of $3,000 for the curriculum. I've been selected by Design Corps to create an immersive pop-up experience for Detroit's Month of Design in September. And I will utilize the $5,000 award to support our pop-up by hiring 3 nail artists, providing equipment, developing marketing collateral, and hiring a photographer and hand models. Follow and like us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, or visit us online at curenailhouse.com. Thank you.
Where do I start? So obviously I love nails, right? And I agree with everything that you said about, the consumerism, African-American women, and where we spend our money. And I just love that you've created not only something to showcase your talent, but to uplift and showcase others' talents in the community. So I really love your focus on, aspiring others to get into this field, in this industry. So I'm really excited about it. I love your projections, and I was just wondering, how do you plan to market for the school or the education piece of your program?
That's a great question. And the best thing about that is that my background is in marketing. So my bachelor's degree is in journalism, and I minored in PR and communication. So that everything that you saw there, all the photography, is something that I creative directed and developed myself. Thank you so much, Ferris. So that's my wheelhouse. That's the easy part, actually. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting a manicure
Good.
when you're open, and I love that you already have a lot of intelligence around the market research and the data around the area. My question for you is, how many nail techs do you actually need to be able to reach some of your goals?
Absolutely. So I base that off of 10 nail technicians, seeing an average of 4 to 5 people per day. So within my salon model, I'm actually able to host up to 15 to 17 nail technicians, but I went, I played it safe and did 10. And that's at $55 per service. And for the school, we have 3 classrooms in my model in that demonstration over there. And so with those 3 classrooms, averaging with 16 students per classroom, day and night classes, that's per quarter, 96 students coming in and out of my classroom. So times that by 3 in the 300s and times that by 3,000, we'll get actually over 1.2 million just for the school in itself. And the salon obviously will also figure it into that.
Cool. Thank you so much. I just want to take a minute here to say, I'm sure by now you're thinking, wow, look at these awesome places that will be opening up in the city, and where else can you be going to? We're halfway through, believe it or not. So it's really exciting to just hear all your pitches and looking forward for the other half. And as you can see already here, this is roughly how we run the retail bootcamp. We exchange between all 3 of us. So I'm going to hand it over now to my other colleague, Christina, to introduce the rest of the last few fellows.
Thank you. Next up, we have David Reno from Detroit Protein Bar.
Hello, my name is David Reno, owner and visionary of Detroit Protein Bar, single father of beautiful twin daughters, and a strength and conditioning coach of 15 years that specializes in Ninja Warrior and obstacle course training boot camps. Throughout my years, I realized that my clients need a simple go-to fuel source. So within the Ninja community, we came up Detroit Protein Power Bites, vegan and or gluten-free, shareable that you can mix, match, and mush to create unique flavors. What the struggle is trying to stay motivated. Starting the business, we really started to get connected within the community by volunteering and doing pop-ups to really give us an inspiration to keep going. The problems we're trying to solve is that spontaneous sweet tooth. Create a more eco-friendly environment. We want to make fitness just a little bit more fun, and an old but new sustainable protein source. Our solution is to open on Detroit Riverfront and create a brick and mortar out of 2 40-foot shipping containers and bring a space to not only educate the community, but classes where you could come in, create the flavors that you want with the ingredients you need. We'll continue by adding the first outdoor obstacle course in Detroit, ran by Detroit trainers to bring a little bit more fun. We'll finish with our sustainable protein, which will be an option to add to any bar or bite. If you didn't know, bugs, crickets, scorpions, and ants have almost double the amount of protein, iron, and fiber. As of now, we are an online business that operates out of a commercial kitchen. This is me and my daughter Libby at Pop-Up Easter Market, all things Detroit. We currently have 8 wholesale accounts and we're pushing 480 packs a week. We started back in 2019, and ever since then, we continue to double every year. With a profit margin for retail at 69% and a wholesale profit margin at 51%, we are on track. We're pushing about $30,000 as of now, and we continue to grow at 45 to 50 by the end of the year. 2023 is going to be our golden year, where we not only open 5 new wholesale accounts, with Meyer being the number 1, we're going to have 3 new products to our line, and we're going to open our very first location. By 2024, we'll be in full production, selling that year over 50,000 packs of protein bites. But to get to this level, we need your help. We really need to add extra element to our business, and we need to go mobile. So with the money, it will allow us to purchase a solar power mobile protein bar cart and coffee bar. That way we could stroll through the community and connect even more. With your help, connect with us. Contact us at DetroitProteinBar.com, DM me at Instagram, or call me directly. I appreciate your time and I hope you have a great day.
Great product. I've enjoyed it for a couple of years now. I'm curious about the outdoor space, the space on the riverfront. Are those going to be two separate businesses? Because it seems like the protein bar piece is pretty stable.
Of course, yeah. So the protein place is the foundation to bring the people in. The fitness is just an extra add-on to bring a little extra more value to the community.
So I'm excited about the energy that you have, and I've been looking forward to that like all night, and I think that's extremely important. It's also hard to replicate. So as you grow your staffing and you have a store, I always tell people high expectations is a compliment of your business, but it's also a responsibility, and it's very difficult to maintain. How do you expect to maintain that?
The energy.
Yes, with the staffing.
Oh, so as of right now, I have 3 people that are amazing. And I honestly believe that you become the people you're around. So, for example, if I'm very energetic and creative in my business, my employees will soon follow suit.
Just wondering quickly I love the outdoor space as well. Your bites were amazing. How do you plan to monetize the outdoor space?
So the outdoor space on the obstacle course, the community is big. And even though it's outdoor, even within the winter or the rain, the obstacle community takes it as a challenge. Kind of like doing this, once we finish, we kind of get to the next level. Taking one of these classes during like a winter only gets you to the next level.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's go down. There we go. Next up, we have Gina Color Green of G. Collie.
Hi, I'm Gina, owner of G. Collie. We are a sustainable, inspirational, dope apparel brand for women welders and welders alike. G. Collie began as a upcycling fashion brand. I began upcycling when I lost my husband as a way to bring my children closer to him. That became my therapy. It also repurposed me for purpose. Also, that was a way for me to encourage and inspire others to live out your dreams and use your God-given gifts. It started as a little girl, my love for fashion, and it just blossomed into what I'm doing now. In 2019, as a means to take care of my children and feed them, I became a woman welder. That's right. But I quickly found out that there was not a lot of PPE for women, probably because the world of welding is mostly men. How do I know? About 400,000 welders employ the United States. 93.9% of those are men. About 6.1% are women, which is up 2% from when I became a woman welder. The momentum is growing. I made items for myself, such as upcycled jackets and hats and caps, just as a means to survive. Soon women flocked and they asked, where can we get these items? I also made it for them. So what that allowed me to do is to repurpose, again, using my purpose, and this allowed G. Collie to grow. What we did was saw the need. So within that need as a woman welder, what I will be doing is helping these women. In our very first year in 2020, we made a mere $500. But in 2021, we saw that to grow. That took us up to about $3,000. 2022 present time, we are already at $5,000, and that's just from exposure in fashion shows and pop-ups. So by the year 2024, I definitely see 100,000. The reason why, I've already got a pitch request from Well.com. What will we do with the winnings, you ask? Well, this will allow us to get to that 100,000 by inventory management system, brand awareness, and brand marketing for pop-ups and future consignments. I thank you so much. And you can follow us at G. Collie on Instagram, G. Collie at Facebook, and at our website at gcollie1.com. Check us out at our upcoming pop-ups we have all this June. Thank you.
So very good. I'm inspired. And I was just wondering, I saw you have an Instagram and a Facebook. Do you have any shopping platforms like, I don't know, like Pinterest or Etsy where you sell anything
Not right
online?
now,
Okay.
but I plan to have one.
Okay. Great.
I would say you have a very unique style in a sense of like your garments. Have you worked with like stylists or like movie set scenes, things that's more one-of-one type of environments?
Yes, I have worked with Dawn Green from Dusk to Dawn, and I've done 3 movies with them so far. So.
Any more questions? That's everybody. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have Michael Diedenbach from Detroit Clothing Circle.
Hi, I'm Michael Diedenbach. I'm the owner of Detroit Clothing Circle, a men's, women's, and unisex clothing boutique located in Midtown Detroit. We focus in retail items, streetwear, and local designers. You'll see my little sidekick here in the top left corner, and then you'll see event pictures, photo shoots, and local designers that we work with. The most important thing to our store and to me as an owner is community, inside and outside of the store. We like to call our community the Wolf Pack. As you can see in the photos below, the diversity is what Detroit's all about, and that's what we're all about. On this slide here, we have our local designers. Copa on your left is 3 brothers that do upcycle and new clothing from scratch. In the middle, we have Vance Michaels, who is an up-and-coming Detroit fashion designer, who I think will catapult Detroit's fashion onto the map. And on your right is Dos Jefe Goods, who do upcycle garments for men and women. And to date, they have recycled 3,000 pounds of merchandise to make their garments. Detroit Clothing Circle is not a suburban store. We're meant to be in Detroit. Our home is in Midtown. We have secured our brick and mortar at Cass Avenue and Willis. Here, you'll see our projections. We are projecting a 15% growth in our first year at our new location, continuing our 20 and 2021 online sales that averaged about $25,000. We'll increase our foot traffic off Cass Avenue and with the storefront that we've secured. We see a 5% growth going on in 2023 and 2024 due to building our brand up through merchandising, website, and online promotions. So the hard work's been done for us. All the blood, sweat, and tears has been taken out of us. Now what we need is capital to grow. Even $5,000 from TechTown would go a long way for us. $2,000 of that would be for our website, $2,000 for our marketing plan, and $1,000 for select streetwear inventory. So once again, thank you very much. My name is Michael Diedenbach, Detroit Clothing Circle. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, our website coming soon, or hell, come on in at 4147 Cass Avenue, Detroit, Michigan.
Don't all ask at once.
Good presentation. The first thing I would like to ask, with the Midtown location, and this could be pre-COVID or after COVID, what type of foot traffic were you seeing as far as numbers?
I'd say foot traffic wise, at our new location on Cass, we're seeing
20 people wander in a day just off the streets. Those aren't people that are driving to the store as well. Now that has increased from our old location that we moved out of, which was in an old Victorian home, which we did see a lot less foot traffic, which was one of our big issues with that location.
You mentioned online sales. If I'm not mistaken, the number was it 25,000?
For the last 2 years, yeah.
For the last 2 years? How much of that is locally versus actually like across the country?
A lot of our online sales come from California, New York, some down south in Florida, overseas a lot too. Are locally driven. I want local individuals to come into the store to shop to get the experience. So I try to push that instead of them having to pay shipping. I will drop stuff off to people's houses. I have during the pandemic. Put it in their mailbox and sanitize it and everything.
For those long distance customers, how do you keep those customers kind of like keep coming to you since you don't have that intimate experience with them?
It's our products and our prices. We only deal with high quality garments, high quality brands that have a good reputation, and I like to keep my prices fair. I think clothing is important to people, and I think getting clothing at a fair price is something hard to do.
Cool. Thank you so much.
All these tall people. Next up is Kelly Johnson from Style Star Vintage.
Hello, my name is Kelly Johnson, and I'm the owner of Style Star Vintage. Style Star Vintage is an upscale vintage and designer resale fashion boutique that specializes in unique statement pieces from the 1940s to Y2K. We carry sizes extra, extra small to double XL. Our target market are fashion-savvy women ages 24 to 54 with their own personal style. My passion for fashion started at a young age when I became an agency-signed model at 10 years old. Throughout my modeling, I absolutely love dressing up in fancy clothes, and my love for dressing up has never stopped. Living in New York City and Los Angeles while in my 20s really helped me develop my keen eye for personal style. I quickly noticed that people would ask me, "Where did you get that outfit?" And I would say, "It's my own business. Here's a card." Oh, no, she didn't. But yes, unfortunately, she did. She showed up to your special event wearing the same exact outfit. Trust me, from experience, it is the worst. Sure, celebrities laugh it off on the red carpet, but you don't want this to happen to you. If you shop Style Star Vintage, you'll never have to worry about that because all of our items are one of a kind. Plus, buying pre-loved goods help keep textile waste out of landfills. Style Star Vintage is a sustainable option that allows you to get gorgeous and save the earth. We've done pop-ups all over Michigan, and we recently found out we were chosen to be a permanent vendor at Eastern Market Sundays. That's why we've decided to open our brick and mortar in the Eastern Market District. There's always something going on. And every time we pop up, people ask us, "Do you have a store?" Now we'll be able to say, "Sure, it's right around the corner." I started selling on eBay in 2008, but I didn't get serious about my business until 2020, and our profits have increased ever since. With my new website launching next month, our permanent spot at Eastern Market, and our brick and mortar, we're on track to make $250,000 by 2025 or 2024. One thing that we can do right now that will generate immediate income is buy a used cargo van. And that's exactly what I plan to do with the $5,000. Not only will I save $800 a month on U-Haul rental fees, but I'll make my pop-up life easier with less loading and unloading. It also gives us the ability to add on services like local delivery, home parties, and corporate events. Follow us on social media, visit our website, and shop with us every Saturday at the Vintage Eastern Market in Vintage Alley, and shop with us every Sunday at Eastern Market in Shed 3. Thank you.
Oh my God.
You have beautiful pieces out there.
Thank you.
I'm sure you can't give away your trade secrets, but how do you and where do you find your...
Well, I've been collecting for about 15 years. So I have a very big collection. Also, when we open our brick and mortar, I plan to have buy days where people can bring in their vintage that they want to sell. And that's another way that we're going to be getting inventory. But I also have my sources, estate sales, and all of my other little secrets. So, yeah.
Great presentation. I mean, you have the style. I see you right now. I mean, you got that part. So I see a significant increase from 2021 to 2022 in your gross income projections. What change did you make there to get this increase?
Okay, well, I started doing more pop-ups. And the pop-ups that we do, we make about $1,000 a day. And since we are going to be a permanent vendor at Eastern Market, and we also do the Vintage Alley, which is also located in the Eastern Market District, we are on course to make at least $52,000 this year. There's 52 weeks in a year, and so far we've been cranking it out.
My last question for you would be, I'm hoping that the gas prices go down when you buy this U-Haul.
Listen,
but then also I do think that there is a market in regards of like people want things quick and fast. Do you already have that in your projections from as like a rush service or some additional like costs associated like from a price increase by getting people their product quickly?
Well, when people buy online, they can opt to get expedited shipping. But if I get this cargo van, I will be able to do local deliveries and things of that nature. But I probably wouldn't charge much for that. That would be complimentary.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Beatrice Eliza from the Opal.
Hi, I'm Beatrice Eliza, the founder of the Opal, a shopping destination carrying a unique, curated selection of clothing and accessories from around the globe with a strong focus on female-owned brands, African-American-owned companies, and under-the-radar global brands. The Opal was founded as a result of the lack of shopping opportunities in the Detroit area, which offer no diversity. The goal is to redefine the shopping experience with a fresh perspective. Through pop-ups, I began creating a following, carrying hand-selected vintage jewelry from Kenneth J. Lane to Chanel 1940s through 90s. Our future offerings will include Christopher John Rogers and Estella. My customers are women who want fashion-forward, timeless pieces and welcome the opportunity to express themselves through their attire. We will be an inclusive space carrying sizes 4 to 16. My love affair with Detroit began at a young age. It's where I learned what style meant. Walking down the streets with the women in my family, walking down Woodward Avenue and West Grand Boulevard still sit at the forefront of my mind and is what helped me to understand what fashion was. Through that experience, I knew that I wanted to be a designer or something in the industry. My Detroit tribe supported me on my journey from Parsons School of Design to becoming a stylist and costume designer for TV shows such as My Wife and Kids on ABC and working for names that include Chadwick Boseman and Taraji P. Henson. It's important that I bring back the experience that I've gained to the city that made me. Over the past 6 months, we have generated $52,000 in sales. With the opening of our brick and mortar in the fall, we are slated to generate $429,000 in 2023. We will contribute to the success of Detroit's youth directly by hosting a high school internship program with 2 students each semester, allowing them to gain hands-on experience, understanding what it takes to run a retail store and the ins and outs of the fashion industry. The Opal will be in Detroit's Midtown on Cass and Canfield in the heart of Detroit's melting pot. With my winnings, I will be developing the website, which will allow me to create a shopping experience virtually for the world. You can find us at www.betheopal.com and at Be The Opal on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.
Congratulations. You have some lovely things. I really love the fact that you're from a kind of from a fashion design industry specific background. I think that really sets you apart kind of in this industry as well. And it's wondering how you plan to, besides your website, your brick and mortar, diversify your revenue streams.
Through styling and image consulting. I'll continue to do pop-ups and also do events with local businesses.
I love the aesthetic and the intentionality around your brand. It looks very luxury. The name itself and everything. I did notice in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned 52,000 is what you've done year to date.
Yes.
There's a significant jump in 2022 for the remainder of this year, and we're through 6 months already. Can you walk me through just briefly how you're going to get that projection up to over 300,000?
So the jump is in 2023.
Okay.
And that will be, first of all, I'll be adding clothing and accessories and small home goods. And I'll be doing image consulting, styling. So I'll have a lot more offerings. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Just my size. Next up, we have Chrisana Hemingway from Hair Journeys with Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Christiana Hemingway, founder and owner of Hair Journeys with Chrissy. I have always loved hair since I was younger. And when I was in the 7th grade, I took my first client. I loved being able to see the transition of hair from one state to the next. I love experimenting on my own hair as well as others. I named my business Hair Journeys with Chrissy because we're all on a personal journey with our hair. Just think about it. Think about your hair over your lifetime so far. When you were a kid, when you're in college, when you had your first baby, and even when you had your first graze. I know your hair changed, right? I built my business on being able to help people transition their hair from an unhealthy state to a healthy state. And the way that I do this is I start with a holistic consultation. And in that consultation, I help people understand their hair goals. And even after the appointment, I follow up with clients in order to help them with their home care routines, as well as any questions that they have before their next salon visit. Recently, I've begun to start taking hair loss clients. When you think about confidence and self-image, hair may not come to mind, but I promise you, it all goes into that. I've had devastating conversations with my clients, and they had a loss in self-image and confidence when they lost their hair. And I wanted to be able to do something to help them. Currently, there are 80 million American men and women that are experiencing hair loss issues. And by the age of 40, 40% of women have lost their hair. By 2028, the hair loss industry will be worth $13.6 billion. You can lose your hair from so many different ways, whether it be heredity, stress, all types of things. And I wanted to be able to help people and learn more. So I received my certificate in trichology. Trichology is the study of skin and hair. Trichologists specialize in hair loss issues and scalp disorders. I did this because I wanted to combine it with my current business in order to open the hair care and restoration salon clinic. I want to open this in the Fashion Avenue, on the Avenue of Fashion in the Livernois district. The reason I want to do this is because there are already dermatologists in that area, and dermatologists and trichologists work together to mitigate issues. In 2021, I opened a home-based business. In 2022, I transitioned into a salon suite, and I'm on track to make $40,000 this year. In 2023, I will continue by opening up my hair loss division. And in 2024, I want to move into my brick and mortar space and train another specialist to come in with me. I'm going to use the $5,000 to buy equipment as well as treatments and to advance my trichology degree. Hair Journeys with Chrissy is here to help clients regain their confidence. And I know with a brick and mortar, I will be able to do this. Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
So with the hair loss, is there a plan in place to keep the retention of those clients, or is it like a one-stop shop after they got the hair consultation and you help them with the hair loss? Is there any plan after that for like follow-up treatment?
Absolutely. So with my clients, just like with my hair care solutions, it's not a one appointment. You have to come back and get packages. And I plan to create those even with my hair loss clients, create packages in order for them to come back to me in order to treat their issues. So just like if you go to a doctor and you have an issue such as diabetes, you don't just go one time. You have to go over the course of your lifetime to treat that issue. I see you have equipment and things that you're working with. Do you have any proprietary ingredients or products that you're creating during this time as well?
I'm not creating them, but I have looked into vendors that create certain treatments and different equipment that I want to source and be able to use, and I've priced those out.
Do you work with any salons or barbershops, or like how do you really attract your customer?
Currently, I have like a referral system, so people in my area, they know that I do hair care, so they refer people to me, and then I also want to branch off and work with other stylists such as MG Studios, as well as other barbershops and hair salons, because it's not just women that lose their hair, it's men as well.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, next up we have Sahai Honor Marie from Ice Cream Detroit.
Welcome to Ice Cream Detroit. My name is Sahai Anna Marie, and we are Detroit's only liquor-infused frozen dessert company. We infuse your favorite ice cream and sorbet with your favorite beer, liquor, or wine. Ice Cream Detroit was started in 2018 and is owned by Aaron Hall and yours truly. I was raised in the hospitality industry, and once I moved into downtown Detroit, I fell in love with its revitalization and entrepreneurial spirit, but I also realized that women of color were rarely seen in this food industry revitalization. That started my food and dessert business adventure. Ice Cream Detroit is currently a summer pop-up confectionery, and you can find us at your favorite bar, lounge, and collaborating with major brands. We are known for our well-attended ice cream socials and our Ice Cream for Dinner charity dinner. Our flavors change monthly and are all created from scratch. They are enjoyed by those 21 and older, as they contain up to 0.5% alcohol per volume. You can purchase our products in our signature 1-scoop red cup, pint, gallon, and shot sickle. The beginning of COVID-19 hit our pop-up confectionery pretty hard, and during that time, we improved our ice cream making skills by completing Pre-Gel America's Ice Cream 101 course with a focus on liquor infusion. I also completed part 1 of Carpigiani's Frozen Dessert University, part 2 upcoming in this winter. The demand and retail sales for frozen desserts increased during the pandemic, and during that time, we purchased an ice cream tricycle and an ice cream truck, which is currently being transformed for her summer debut. $5,000 will help us reach our next milestone of opening up a brick and mortar. We recently signed a lease on the corner of 2nd and Soudan, and $5,000 will cover the required permits for the build out of our new home. This new expansion will also expand our menu options to include virgin, non-alcoholic desserts. Our small batch production kitchen will catapult our sales to $340,000 by 2024 and will create and maintain multiple streams of income. It will supply the demand of our frozen delights on and off site. You can also find our ice cream in our branded mini freezers throughout Metro Detroit. Visit us this summer on the corner of 2nd and Selden. Subscribe on our website for updates. Follow us on social media, and meet us in our parking lot Sunday, July 17th for National Ice Cream Day.
I don't even know what to say. Like, this is all so exciting. And I'll be honest, I've seen, some articles and different things about what you had going on, and I was really intrigued, but I was skeptical, but the product speaks for itself. So congratulations. I just really like the idea of way you're diversifying your revenue. Are you considering labor shortages and things like that as your business grows? Because obviously, we're in a labor shortage market, and you're going into a brick and mortar space, and with a product as good as yours, it may be hard to manage staff.
I also own a food truck, and with my food truck, I was the only food truck owner that continued with the same staff. So myself speaks for it. You know, I can keep people on, and it's a fun environment.
So ice cream, who doesn't like ice cream? I was on the way home the other day and I had to stop at Cold Stone because my wife, my son made requests. So ice cream is definitely it. My question for you, I don't know about, is ice cream seasonal in a sense of what do you do during the quote unquote off season, or is there really an off season for ice cream?
There's never an off season. I will say in the summertime, I've noticed that more people like sorbets, which are non-dairy, and in the wintertime, more people like dairy ice cream. So, and then in our shop, we'll also offer coffee, we'll have pop-ups, we'll have Sunday brunch, and different things like that.
Cool. Thank you so much. It's hard to believe it. This is it. Congratulations. We're actually about 2 minutes ahead of time, so what we were going to do with this is we're going to ask for those who are at home to please continue tuning in, but you could go take a bio break, get some refills for those who are here. Obviously, you can go back and shop or go get some refills for food. But there's also an opportunity while the judge fight this over, deliberate in a small little room after this. We're going to take 15 minutes exact judging, break, let's just say, call it that. And then what we'll do, there will be a link, a QR on the slide. So for those who are here in Techtown, just walk around, you'll see it all over the place, or you can just get closer to the big screen here and you could fill up your phone with your camera and it'll take you to a QR code. You can vote for someone to win $1,000 from with today. A pitch that you like, someone that you think they would do awesome with the $1,000. So you have an opportunity to voice your vote. And with that, we're going to have it on this screen here. For those who are at home, it's the same deal. You could just keep watching, and when the QR will show up, you could pull up your phone, get close to the screen, and you could take, once you click on that link, it will take you to a voting place, and you could vote. And someone today will win an additional $1,000 in addition to the $5,000 checks that will be given out in about 15 minutes from now. So I want to thank you for being with us. I want to thank you for tuning in. Let's take a 15 minutes break. We'll be right back. Thank you. Back. As you can tell, we run Retail Bootcamp on time. We start on time, we end on time. And is it okay? Are we on? Okay, well, hold on.
All right, so could you guys take your check? We're gonna need you up there at the mic.
Yeah, I'll have you come and then you'll announce who you have with you.
Okay. All right, good. Keep the names moving this way.
Yeah, keep them in with you for now, yeah? Just let me know when, Michelle.
I think you're good.
I'm good? We're live? Can you hear me for those who are online? If you do, say something in the chat. Okay. Well, after a like a big fight inside, they finally made some decisions. Some of it is not decisions. Some of it we had no choice because we had to end. Just know that you all won. You all are awesome. This is additional money that will just hopefully help you move your idea a little bit more forward. And each one of you, you already know that you're going to get 6 months worth of support from these two awesome ladies, Christina and Carrie. So congratulations for that. After this, after these few checks, we have 5 checks, actually 6 checks. So 5 checks of $5,000 each and 1 check of $1,000 from the People's Choice. So thank you for those who voted. In case you didn't vote, there'll be one coming up in this fall this year. So just hold your vote for the next one because the vote's already closed. So with that, once we do these checks, we'll come back, we'll take photos at the end, and I'd like to say just a few more words at the end as we close. So I want to just take this opportunity right now to do them, because once we do these things, I'm not sure how I could control or not control you. So I want to just take this opportunity to say thank you so much for all your work. Thank you, TechTown team. There's so many people. I would like for TechTown, for those who are here, if you're from TechTown and you work with TechTown, please stand up just so people could recognize you, because there's so many people behind. I know for those who went to Retail Bootcamp, it looks like Carrie, Christina, and I run it, but the truth is there's so many more people behind the scene that are just making sure that everything is right there on time, as we need it, when we need it, to support you and support your journey. And I'm honored to be part of such an amazing team. So thank you, TechTown. Thank you for everyone who has been contributing. And of course, judges, thank you for volunteering with us, because this is obviously your time that you could have been home or doing anything else you wanted to, and you chose to be with us. So thank you for being with us. And of course, thank you. Thank you for those who are online watching, and thank you for those who are, voted. Thank you for those who supported the members here. Thank you for those who before you are VCs. And of course, there will be another application opening up June 15th. June 15th. So those who are watching us, for those who are here, if you know someone, please encourage them to apply. It is competitive. And some of the people who are here today, I know that you applied at least once, some of you. Some of you I know at least twice. And I know at least 1 or 2 applied third time for you to be here today. And I want to thank you, because it takes a lot of courage. But it's not that we don't want to accept you. It's just we want to offer the support when you need it the right time. So maybe you weren't ready at the time. You went back and worked on some things and you came back, and we appreciate it. And this is why you're here. So those who are online or those who are with us, please apply, because it's never too late. And just applying, it doesn't mean that because we didn't accept you, that you shouldn't do it again. It's just actually one more way for you to learn how to apply next time. With that, we're going to call each judge, and we just gave them checks
Recycle,
out.
reuse.
All right? That's okay. So yeah, you want to come on up? Yeah, we'll do one by one.
And the first Retail Bootcamp awardee goes to Pure.
And our second award goes to Detroit Protein Bar. Our next awardee goes to Ice Cream Detroit.
goes to MG's.
Back down. All right, so the last $5,000 award gets picked by the facilitator team. You guys were all warned in the beginning. We worked hard to watch who did the work, who put in the extra time, who took advantage of the one-on-one coaching throughout the program, who put in the effort to get all of the homework done, who really dug into their business model. And this one goes to We Remove All Trash.
And last but not least, the people voted. And who rallied the troops to get their people to vote was Ice Cream Detroit for $1,000.
I just want to mention that it only took 27% of the votes. So a lot of times just low percentage helps you to move forward. So thank you. Well, with that, it concludes. We're going to have some photos. So for those who got the checks, please stick around so we can take some more photos. Here we go. You see her waving. She took your pictures earlier. She's going to do them again. So please stick around for photos. For those who, of course, want all the coaching with training with Chrissy and Carrie, which all of you here, please stick around, network, mingle. I want to, from bottom of my heart, thank you all for being here. Thank you for those listeners online. Thank you for everyone who stayed here for the night. Thank you all. Have a good night. Till next year.